Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Maridalia and this is Married Her. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. So I mostly make fashion content, fashion videos, or so. I'm trying to branch out into different stuff this year, so let's see how that goes. So I haven't been uploading as often, but if you guys want, I recommend you guys subscribe. I focus more on Instagram these days. Like, it's easier for me to post on Instagram since I do work full time. I will link that down below. You guys can follow me at the style Married Her. I'll put it somewhere on the screen, probably right here. So let's do a little chit chat video, and I want to mess up some jeans because I still have this paint from that video I did at the beginning of the quarantine. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll link it down below. I'll pop a little card right here. So these jeans are a pair of jeans that I don't wear as often, so I was like, this is a perfect pair of jeans to mess up today. Hopefully they don't look crazy. Hopefully they're wearable and they have some color. So let's use some neon paints and go to town and chit chat. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. I had a really quiet but nice Christmas. New Year's, it was a little weird for me. It wasn't as exciting, I mean, not exciting, that's not the word. It just put a lot of things in perspective for me because 2020 wasn't really like such a good year. And a lot of stuff happened at the beginning of the year that put a lot of things, like the next day on New Year's Day, that put things in perspective for me. Like, we really gotta be grateful for what we have and appreciate everything that we have, because a lot of people have it worse. So it put a lot of things in perspective for me. So I do have good hopes for this year. I hope this year is nicer than last year. I'm trying to stay hopeful and positive, and this year I have no resolutions, only manifestations. So let's see how that goes. So today I'm going to be doing a little story time. I'm going to tell you guys about my first styling gig as I paint these jeans. So I'm just trying to decide right now which colors I want to use, if I want to use all of them, if I just want to, I think I'm just going to put paint and then like go along. Let's see how this goes. So I wanted to tell you guys a little story time about my first styling gig, which was a few years ago. So I wanted to go to school I wanted to go to FIT to study fashion in New York. I am born and raised in Jersey. Well, no, I was born in Queens and raised in New Jersey, and I wanted to go to school in the city. So I asked my mom, oh guys, by the way, if you see me wearing these sweatpants that look crazy at the bottom, I went to dinner with my family, and then when my brother dropped me off, I'm so full, I just threw on my sweatpants. And I was like, let me film a video so I look decent from the waist up, but I look crazy at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but I took off my jeans and combat boots. They had to go home. So my first styling story, I wanted to go to school in the city for fashion. My mom said, absolutely not. I'm not gonna get a loan for you to go to school in the city under my name so I can be in debt. So then I ended up going to community college, but I actually didn't finish. And then my mom, she's an older Dominican, Hispanic. She basically feels like fashion, like what are the odds of getting like a real high-paying, good job in that industry. So she wanted me to look into a more realistic field of work that wasn't really on the creative side. Like, she was like, why don't you become, a doctor's assistant or this or the other? And I was like, I don't want to do none of those things, and I don't like the medical field. It's just not for me. I get queasy, I get grossed out by everything. I'm not good with science and math. I was always good with creative stuff, but I'm not good with numbers and science. It's just not for me. Like, you know when something is for you. Like, the only thing that I always thought would have been for me was, the only thing that I've always said is that was for me. I was really good at language arts, and I always said if fashion doesn't work out, I wouldn't mind being a high school English teacher. So I did end up going to New Jersey City University for journalism, but I didn't get my degree because there was some issues with financial aid. So I just started, at the time I was already in my early 20s, so I just started working full-time and put school at the back end. And I really wanted to do fashion, so I was working jobs like, you know, Walmart, and then I worked at a car dealership, and I just really wanted to be in the fashion industry. And I started reaching out to stylists that I liked their work on social media. So this was like around my mid-20s. So I started just reaching out to people on Instagram, and you know, I was like, I want to do this and I'm gonna do it anyways, because when you really want to do something, your parent telling you that it's not realistic or this or the other, that doesn't really count, because if you really want to do something, you really do go after it. And that was my mentality. I was like, I want to be in the fashion industry, and that's just what it is. So I started reaching out to stylists on Instagram, and I started offering my services for free. Like I can assist you in photo shoots and whatever, you know, like if you need help. Like, my name is Maridali, I'm an aspiring stylist from New Jersey, close to the city. And finally, my friend Yasmin, who I love dearly, she is a New York girl. She gave me my first opportunity. So I reached out to her. I actually found her on Instagram because my sister has a dessert company in New York. My sister's based in Queens, and she makes desserts. And she was hired to do desserts for an event. And one of the makeup artists, it was a Halloween event, and one of the makeup artists for this Halloween event tagged Yasmin, who was a stylist. And then through that Instagram post, I went to my sister's page and saw what she did for this event. And then she tagged the people. I tagged the company that held the event. I checked out their page. I saw the makeup artist's work. I was like, oh, that's dope. I saw her Instagram, and she had worked with this stylist before, and then I found Yasmin. You know how social media goes, is a chain. So then I was like, oh my God, I love her work. She has a little blog. Let me follow her. And like I started like DMing with her, and I told her, oh, I'm an aspiring stylist, this and the other. And then we would DM here and there. Opportunity comes up. She's doing a shoot for Miss Teen New York. So she's styling Miss Teen New York for a photo shoot in the city. And the photo shoot actually, the location was at one of the buildings for FIT, in a studio there. And she said, hey, are you free this weekend? Would you like to be my assistant? And she offered to pay for my lunch and my transportation. And I was like, yes, I'll be there. So I showed up that day, early morning, and I helped her. And that was like really my first like gig, let's say. You know, it worked out because I can use her on my resume. She can, you know, recommend me and all that stuff. And I had a blast. I was stealing clothes and everything was so cute. I'll insert one of the photos. The Miss Teen New York, her name is Isabella, gorgeous girl. She was super tall, like Kendall Jenner tall. I mean, I haven't met Kendall Jenner in person. I'm tall, I'm 5'7". Yasmin is really short, but I'm tall, I'm 5'7". But this girl was like way taller than me, and in these heels, she just looked like a goddess. And I was just so excited to be there. And the photo shoot went for a few hours. So I think we did like a total of 4 looks. And for this particular outfit, I was wearing my neon yellow Kate Spade purse that day, and I was like, these pants would look great with those hot pink pants and that yellow top. So I told that to Yasmin and the photographer, and they were like, "You have your purse?" Yeah. So I gave her my purse, and they styled it to like she held it and they used it for the photo. And Yasmin came up to me after, she said, "You have an eye not only for the clothes, but you also have an eye for the whole thing. Like you have that creative director eye. So you don't only have styling talents, you also have creative direction talents because you look at the whole picture." And that stayed in my head, and I was like, oh, like there's opportunities. So from there I just kept doing stuff like that, and then I landed my job that I have now. And right before the pandemic, I had booked a studio. I wanted to do a photo shoot, so I found some models, and my coworker, who's an amazing photographer, I'll insert pictures of the shoot that we did together on the screen. I styled and she was my photographer. So we were gonna do a shoot together. I was gonna style some models and she was gonna shoot them right before the pandemic. That was in February, so we can build our portfolios. That didn't work out because there was an issue with the booking with the dates, and then the pandemic happened, the world shut down, so that had to be pushed to the back burner. But that was my first styling story. And if you really want something, you have to go after it. So right now my focus, I do work in the fashion industry, but I notice sometimes doing a photo shoot, styling, if someone doesn't hire you and you don't have the the connections to rent, to get access to the clothing to shoot and stuff, that can be difficult because you do need access to clothes. If not, you have to use your own money to buy stuff, to be able to build your portfolio, or you always have to be thrifting and stuff, and it can be a lot. So for now, since that's becoming a little difficult, what I decided to do was that I am going to style myself, and that's why I've been focusing so much on Instagram, because I was like, let me see if I can shoot my shot at the fashion influencer thing, because a lot of people's personal style can get them a lot of opportunities, and these days everybody's on social media, so that's why I've been focusing so much on making outfit of the day posts on social media. I am hoping that it goes somewhere, maybe this year. So that's why I've been focusing more on Instagram. But also, I do see all these fun video ideas that other YouTubers do, and I'm like, I can do little vlogs and stuff like that. But I feel like I don't want to confuse my followers or maybe potential YouTube viewers. Like, what does she do? Like, what is she into? Like, does she do fashion, or does she just talk about random stuff? Because I see like everybody has like their little place on YouTube and stuff. Like there's the couples who do the pranks and stuff, and then there's the bloggers that just take you around and talk about a bunch of stuff, and then there's the makeup people who make makeup content. So I feel like, how much can I do with fashion, And my friends tell me, just try doing random stuff on YouTube, like stuff that you think, like change up your content, things that people like. And I try to stick to the fashion, but I'm honestly considering it. But that's kind of where I am, that's the tea, and that's the story of my first styling gig. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, give me a thumbs up, and follow me on Instagram, and also leave me a comment telling me if you would do this for your jeans, and also letting me know what kind of content you guys want to see more of, because I'm going to try to do more videos this year and stay more consistent. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys around, and I hope you guys have an amazing 2021, because you all deserve an amazing 2021. We all do.